everyone, so you may have noticed that last month's favourites didn't exactly go to plan or actually happen at all on my channel. I'm not quite sure what went wrong there, I just didn't get around to filming it for some reason. But I have a big bundled together favourites for you today, which is going to be my July and August beauty favourites. So I've been travelling quite a lot over the last few months and I haven't really been experimenting or trying out a lot of new beauty bits, so I've just really had a pack of skincare makeup that I've taken with me wherever I've gone, and I've really stuck to that. So you can actually watch my holiday makeup bag. I did a video on that a few weeks back, so I'll link that below if you want to go and see it. And that's really all the makeup that I've touched this month. I haven't even gone into my Moody drawers, I haven't looked through the rest of my makeup, I've just stuck to those probably 20-25 items. So I have a couple of the real standout makeup bits here to show you today, and the first one is the Dior Skin Nude BB Cream, and I think I successfully managed to ruin every other foundation for myself since using this. I've probably only worn this on my skin at all since the beginning of July when I got it, or the end of June. I've worn foundation a couple of times in between then, but I just haven't really enjoyed it. I've always wanted to go back to using this. It's so lightweight, it just lets your skin breathe and it barely feels like you're wearing makeup at all. It's got a really nice finish that's somewhere between satin and somewhere between kind of radiant. It's definitely more of a matte texture, but it just glows. It's sort of like you're glowing from within, which is always a finish that I love with my foundations. The coverage too is just amazing. I definitely prefer to put this on with fingers. I think a brush just puts too much product on, whereas you only need a really small amount and it gives such an amazing finish. Really great coverage, covers up, you know, blemishes, redness, uneven skin tone. It really does a great job. So I think this is probably all I'm going to be wearing for the next couple of months as well, so we'll see how it goes. I will come back to talking about this, but I just love it. I love it so much, and although it's probably the most expensive BB cream I've ever bought, I think it's probably around £30 mark, I'm not too sure, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more, but so worth it. And I think I haven't even used a lot of it at all. The tube doesn't seem to have gone down much, which is always good when you have an expensive beauty item, so I just love this. So when I bought the Dior BB cream, I also picked up something else from them, and I've kind of wanted this for a really long time but put myself off buying it because it is quite pricey for what it is, but this is the Lip Glow Colour Reviver Balm, and it basically is just a lip balm. It's really hydrating, really moisturising. It is a lovely formula for a lip balm, but it looks like this kind of jelly pink colour. So this actually works with your natural pH levels and balances out to give you your own personalised lip colour, which I think is really cool. I have this on my lips today and it's quite a simple sheer colour, but it's just a little bit more bright, a little bit more pinky than my natural lips are, so I guess you could say it's your lips but better kind of product. But I've been probably wearing this the most of any lip product, and you all know I love my lipsticks, I love my bright colours, but I've been reaching for really simple plain options, especially this one, so that's definitely been a favourite this month. So as well as using the BB cream, I've also been keeping my makeup quite simple recently, and I think that's just down to the weather we've been having. It's cooled down now, obviously, because it's so grey outside, but it's been very hot in England, and you know when you're wearing too much makeup in the heat and you just want to claw it all off, so very simple makeup looks is what I've been going for. So this is Benefit's Hoola bronzer, and I'm sure I've talked about this in many a video, too many favourites videos to count. I absolutely love this product, but I think it really has been the secret to making simple makeup work for me. And I'm quite fair skinned, quite pale, so when I just wear, you know, BB cream or a concealer on its own, my skin still tends to look quite dull and like there's not much happening there. So I've been using this all over, and rather than doing it maybe as a contour or just around the sides of my face, I've literally just been going to town with a brush and putting it everywhere, down my neck, all across my face, down my nose, on my forehead, and it just sort of warms up your skin and gives this really lovely glow which makes you look very healthy and, you know, very fresh looking, but it kind of almost gives a slight amount of cover. Even though it is just a powder, there's no coverage to it at all. It just seems to make my skin look nice and a little bit more even, so I've really been enjoying that recently. So skincare favourites, I have two here, and the first one I've talked way too much about recently, so let's just get it over and done with. And this is a Neal's Yard Wild Rose Beauty Balm. This is the 10th anniversary edition, so it comes in a very pretty pink pot, but this has just been an obsession of mine recently. I've actually found myself walking into the bathroom just to take the lid off and smell this because it's just, oh, it smells so good. And I've been putting aside all my other cleansing balms, all my other cleansers for this. I absolutely love it. It's basically a very hard cleansing balm, and I kind of like to scoop it out and really work it between my hands first so it sort of breaks down, and then massage it all over my skin, and it just feels so luxurious and so relaxing, and it really breaks down makeup quite well too. Recently as well, I've been leaving it on for a little bit, just a few minutes after I've finished massaging into my skin, and I can almost feel the moisture absorbing and hydrating my skin, and it's just amazing. Once you wash yourself with a muslin cloth, your skin just feels so plumped and so hydrated. I think it's probably the most moisturising cleansing balm I've ever come across, so I'm absolutely in love with this at the moment. And then I think I must have been having a bit of a dry skin month, because another product that I've really been reaching for a lot is the Chapman Skin Assist Intense Hydrating Booster, and this is basically a serum very similar to one of my favourites, the Hydrating serum, but probably about 10 times more concentrated and better, and it's basically made up with hyaluronic acid, which really promotes a lot of hydration and plumpness in your skin and really locks in all the moisture. And although it doesn't feel particularly hydrating when you put it on, when you have moisturiser on top or anything else that you're using, it just seems to really lock all that hydration in, which is what I love about it, because it doesn't ever feel greasy or too heavy on my skin. So that's been another skincare favourite. So I haven't really been doing a lot to my hair at all recently. I've kind of been washing it, letting it dry naturally, and then putting just maybe one product in, or even nothing at all. And although it probably looks a bit wild and out of control, it feels so soft and so smooth, and probably in better condition than it's ever been before. And I think that's been the key, not using any heat, not using too many products. So I've kind of been going with a bit of a natural hair look recently, but one product that I have been enjoying using quite a lot is the Bumble Cityswept finish. And when I first got this, I really wasn't sure about it, but I think that's because I was using it with way too over-processed hair once I'd like straightened it and curled it and done way too much to it, and then it just ended up looking a bit greasy. But actually, when you use this on very natural hair, it really brings out the kind of natural wave and a little bit of shine and this little pieciness that I quite like. It basically feels like a spray-on wax, so you really don't need a lot of it. I put way too much on the first time I used this, and I literally just take a strand of hair and kind of just spray a little bit on like that, and then scrunch it around a little bit, and it just brings out a nice bit of texture without looking too fluffy or too over volumized. It just sort of separates all these little waves and bits. I'm not sure I love the smell, which is kind of rare for a Bumble product because they always smell amazing, but this one I think really reminds me of men's deodorant, which is very, very strange, but I love what it does for my hair. So my last favourite are some nail polishes, and these are all from Essie, and I've really been into Essie colours recently. These aren't all particularly new, but they're kind of new to me because I've bought them quite recently, and these are Status Symbol and Tart Deco, which I actually got in a little duo together. I think the Essie kits that they do are really handy because you have a few different colours. Sometimes they come in the minis, which I think are really cute and I really like, but these two were in a little set together, and I love this one in particular, especially on kind of my toes and my fingers. They are all quite summery colours, but I'm still kind of clinging on to a little bit of summer with them. The one I'm wearing on my nails today is Splash of Grenadine, and it's a really pretty pinky purple colour. I haven't really seen this from any other brand, so I really like that one. And then I have Blanc as well, and I'm not sure if I can quite get into the whole white nail trend, but I've been trying it out and I do quite like it. It looks very clean and very simple, so I think if I was going to go for a white nail polish, I'd have to have gone for an Essie one, because I think the formulas of all of them are so good, especially when it comes to pastels, which can be very tricky. They can be quite gloopy and patchy, but I think Essie pastels work really well, so that's Blanc. So those are all my favourite beauty products from the last few months, and I hope you enjoyed watching that. Let me know what your favourite product was this month or last month, and I will see you all soon. Whew, that felt a bit rushed.